Hello there. Today we're going to be doing a story time about this guy I knew not too long ago that ended up actually jumping a grandma with his friend. Yes, for purposes of just can't really expose their real name, we're going to call him Bab. So Bab, he was a bad kid. I like slapboxed him a few times because he was just getting on my nerves. He's just an overall terrible human. I'll make other videos on other things Bab did because Bab had a really interesting life. Something that Bab did, right? So this all started. He was at the park with this guy named, we're gonna call him Lamar. Lamar, okay? So Lamar and Bab were at the park. They were just playing basketball. They were just messing around. Shooting hoops, stuff like that. And then this old lady, this is 100% true story, I promise. This old lady comes up to them, and I guess she was like a real racist. She took their ball. She didn't want to give it back. It was probably because of their profanity and they were just being overall hooligans, but they took it as a personal assault to their race somehow. So they didn't like that. So she wouldn't give them the ball back and told them to leave. They didn't want to leave. They weren't gonna get pushed around by no old lady. So Bab and Lamar they took their ball back forcefully and pushed over the old lady. And this happens. The husband, he comes. He, how would you feel if you saw your wife, a 94-year-old woman, I don't know how old she was, get pushed over by two teenagers? So he came over. He was about to talk to them. So they pushed him over and started kicking him. They dropped him. They started stomping on him and stuff like that. They were just really just being terrible. Yes, it was crazy. And after that, they took their ball and they just ran. They ran. So Bab. Okay, so let me give you a little more background on Bab. Some things he did, because it's only 2 minutes. So Bab has done a lot of things. He's been in the principal's office so many times. He grabbed some poop, dog poop. I don't know where he got this idea. In a bag, decided to throw it at a car. I promise on my life, all of these stories are true about Bab. I personally knew Bab. He would just throw dog poop at cars all the time for no reason, just because. And they literally called the cops at school. Like the cops got brought to the school and stuff like that. I wonder where he is. He got expelled. He got expelled for something wild, which I'll tell you in the next video. But yeah. So he also, another really good story to make this video a little longer. So Bab, he was just walking in the park. I remember he was with a few kids. I don't feel like making a whole bunch of fake names up, so I'm just gonna say a few kids because they're not really important. So these few kids, they were where were they? I think they were at the park. Yeah, they were at the park, and they just started running around, messing around, and he thought it'd be a good idea to grab a rock and throw it at a window. You can't make this up. I kid you not. This boy grabbed a rock and chucked it at a window. Obviously, it broke the window, but the person was inside his house, so he saw, and it was a big dude. I believe he was like 6 foot. Yeah, he was very, well, that's not that big, but middle schoolers. Yeah, it was pretty big, and he was tall and he was black, like really black, like super black, and he just started chasing them. They just ran and ran and ran until they couldn't run anymore. Because that's scary. That's scary. Bab, you know, if this video gets, well, it's a video, so videos don't get as much as shorts. So if this video gets 100 views, please share. Just 100 views, bro. Just 100 views. That's all. That's all I'm asking for. Just 100. If this video gets 100 views, I'll make the sequel and tell you what Bab actually got expelled for. And I promise it was wide with no clickbait on